That business was, let's say this. I had one.
The following message is transmitted from the request of the New York Police Department, resident of the city of the Lower Manhattan. Please listen carefully to this alert. At 8:46 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, the airplane has crashed into the North Tower of the World Trade Center in Lower Manhattan and caused a huge fire breakout on top of the building, making the people of Lower Manhattan panicking. It is unknown if the plane is a commercial airlines or a private plane or whatever kind of plane is it. It is believed that it may commit a terrorism act against the United States or the plane malfunction. We are strongly advised to the residents of Lower Manhattan, including the area of the World Trade Center, to avoid the area immediately. All airlines including airports are closed for the day until further notice, and flights are also canceled until further notice. This will be repeated for everyone in the city until further notice. Please stay tuned to the station for more information, and please use your battery power radio or hand crank radio for further updates, news, instructions for your local area or your hometown. For further and more information will be followed if it becomes available or if it's necessary.
Not appear that there's any kind of an effort up there yet. Now remember, oh my God.
Oh my God.
That looks like a second plane.
Dear
Has
Lord.
just
I did not see a plane go in. That just exploded.
We just saw another plane coming in from the side.
You did. That was out of absolute
Yes, and that's the second explosion. You could see the plane come in just from the right-hand side of the screen.
Immediate evacuation. The following message has been transmitted from the request of the New York Police Department at 9:03 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. After the airplane has crashes from the North Tower of the Twin Towers of the World Trade Center, another plane has hit the South Tower of the World Trade Center. After the mayor of New York saw the terror of the World Trade Center, the mayor of New York City has made a decision to activate an evacuation order alert for all of Lower Manhattan. Grab a national supplies, include non-perishable food, water, clothing, medical supplies, first aid kit, and a battery power or hand crank radio for the duration of this emergency. It is believed that this is actually on purpose and a series of acts of terrorism. Please stay tuned to the station for more information, and please use your battery power radio or hand crank radio for further updates, news, instructions for your local area or your hometown. For further and more information will be followed if it becomes available or if it's necessary. is an emergency action notification requested by the White House. All the EAS participants shall follow activation procedures in the EAS Operation Handbook for a national level emergency. The President of the United States of America, or his designated representatives, will shortly deliver a message over the emergency alert system. Please stand by. Please stand by. Please stand by. We interrupt our programming. This is a national emergency. Important instruction will follow. Please stand by for the message for the President of the United States.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a difficult moment for America. I unfortunately will be going back to Washington after my remarks. Secretary Rod Pace and Lieutenant Governor will take the podium and discuss education. I do want to thank the folks here at Booker Elementary School for their hospitality. Today we've had a national tragedy. Two airplanes have crashed into the World Trade Center in an apparent terrorist attack on our country. I have spoken to the Vice President, to the Governor of New York, to the Director of the FBI, and I've ordered that the full resources of the federal government go to help the victims and their families, and to conduct a full-scale investigation to hunt down and to find those folks who committed this act. Terrorism against our nation will not stand. And now, if you join me in a moment of silence. May God bless the victims, their families, and America. Thank you very much.
That was the President of the United States of America. All stations will be discontinued programming until further notice. Emergency update. The following message has been transmitted from the request of the United States government. After the President of the United States says about the attacks in the World Trade Center, a third plane has crashed to the Pentagon in Virginia. It is believed that the terrorists are actually using planes as missiles. It is unknown who made the plan to destroy the Twin Towers, and the President said if find those responsible, we will get them the death penalty. Please stay tuned to the station for more information, and please use your battery power radio or hand crank radio for further updates, news, instructions for your local area or your hometown. For further and more information will be follow if becomes available or if it necessary.
Or what they think might be happening in some part of the country, that there is somebody else on some aircraft coming from somewhere or going somewhere with evil intentions, and so all aircraft currently in the air over the United States have been ordered to land at the nearest airport.
I think what you're going to see.
I just want to check one thing, because one of the very first people the President talked to was the Director of the FBI, and Pierre Thomas, who covers the Justice Department and the FBI for us, has been here. They may think they prepare for this kind of thing, Pierre, but man, it must have been a shock.
Stunning shock. The FBI Special Operations Center is now in full alert.
Man, Coldfield come. Okay. One of the buildings is partially collapsed.
What do we have? We don't.
It looks like a new plume.
Emergency update. The following message has transmitted from the request of the United States government after observation of the 3 planes that crashed into the buildings. Unfortunately, one of the towers of the World Trade Center has collapsed and made a huge pile of smoke to the city of Lower Manhattan. According to the Fire Department of New York, smoke may be toxic and damage most buildings. It is unknown how many injuries or deaths are there. Please stay tuned to the station for more information, and please use your battery power radio or hand crank radio for further updates, news, instructions for your local area or your hometown. For further and more information will be follow if becomes available, or if it's necessary. Emergency update. The following message has transmitted from the request of the United States government. It is reported that another plane has crashed to the field in Shanksville, Pennsylvania. It's also reported that the plane supposed to hit the building, but due to the brave passengers passengers tried to stop the terrorist to crash into the building, but unfortunately they crashed into the field in Pennsylvania. Please continue shelter in place until all clear has been given. Please stay tuned to the station for more information, and please use your battery power radio or hand crank radio for further updates, news, instructions for your local area or your hometown for further and more information will be followed if becomes available, or if it's necessary. All clear. I will repeat. All clear. I shall say one last time. All clear. The danger to the United States is over. After 5 full hours there's no signs of planes hitting the building. It is safe to exit shelter. But unfortunately the second tower of the World Trade Center has collapsed and we are unfortunately lost the World Trade Center. There's also major damage in the city as well. It would take years, but we can rebuild again. This is the United States. We are the most strongest country in our nation. Please listen to the message of the President of the United States.
Good evening. Today, our fellow citizens, our way of life, our very freedom came under attack in a series of deliberate and deadly terrorist acts. The victims were in airplanes or in their offices. Secretaries, businessmen and women, military and federal workers, moms and dads, friends and neighbors. Thousands of lives were suddenly ended by evil, despicable acts of terror. The pictures of airplanes flying into buildings, fires burning, huge structures collapsing, have filled us with disbelief, terrible sadness, and a quiet, unyielding anger. These acts of mass murder were intended to frighten our nation into chaos and retreat. But they have failed. Our country is strong. A great people has been moved to defend a great nation. Terrorist attacks can shake the foundations of our biggest buildings, but they cannot touch the foundation of America. These acts shatter steel, but they cannot dent the steel of American resolve. America was targeted for attack because we're the brightest beacon for freedom and opportunity in the world, and no one will keep that light from shining. Today our nation saw evil, the very worst of human nature, and we responded with the best of America, with the daring of our rescue workers, with the caring for strangers and neighbors who came to give blood and help in any way they could. Immediately following the first attack, I implemented our government's emergency response plans. Our military is powerful, and it's prepared. Our emergency teams are working in New York City and Washington, D.C. to help with local rescue efforts. Our first priority is to get help to those who have been injured and to take every precaution to protect our citizens at home and around the world from further attacks. The functions of our government continue without interruption. Federal agencies in Washington, which had to be evacuated today, are reopening for essential personnel tonight and will be open for business tomorrow. Our financial institutions remain strong, and the American economy will be open for business as well. The search is underway for those who are behind these evil acts. I've directed the full resources of our intelligence and law enforcement communities to find those responsible and to bring them to justice. We will make no distinction between the terrorists who committed these acts and those who harbor them. I appreciate so very much the members of Congress who have joined me in strongly condemning these attacks. And on behalf of the American people, I thank the many world leaders who have called to offer their condolences and assistance. America and our friends and allies join with all those who want peace and security in the world, and we stand together to win the war against terrorism. Tonight I ask for your prayers for all those who grieve, for the children whose worlds have been shattered, for all whose sense of safety and security has been threatened. And I pray they will be comforted by a power greater than any of us, spoken through the ages in Psalm 23. Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I fear no evil, for you are with me. This is a day when all Americans from every walk of life unite in our resolve for justice and peace. America has stood down enemies before, and we will do so this time. None of us will ever forget this day, yet we go forward to defend freedom and all that is good and just in our world. Thank you. Good night, and God bless America.